During yesterday's blowout win against the LA Chargers, Jacksonville Jaguars rookie running back Bhayshul Tuten had himself a career day. His 23 snaps, 15 carries, and 74 rushing yards were all career highs, and he recorded his third career touchdown. You take a look at that, and then you turn on the tape today, and it becomes apparent that this is a running back that should be getting more usage in Jacksonville. As of right now, Bhayshul Tuten is the third most used running back in Jacksonville. He is third in snaps behind Travis Etienne and LaQuint Allen. And judging by the way he played and the skill set he brings to the table, that feels a little criminal. So because of that, I wanted to make this video to talk about 9 plays that stood out to me that really show that Bhayshul Tuten can make some noise in this league. That if Travis Etienne leaves this offseason because he is in the last year of his deal, the Chargers are still in good hands because they have a speedy running back with a little bit of physicality, some pass blocking chops, and everything you want in a running back that can really lead a committee. So without further ado, let's go ahead, dive into the tape, and talk about Bhayshul Tuten's game against the Chargers. First play we're going to take a look at here, we've got just under a minute and a half to go in the first quarter, and Tuten is going to pick us up the first down here, lined up in the shotgun next to Trevor Lawrence. Jaguars are going to run a nice little trap concept here, so we'll go ahead and snap this ball. And if you don't know what a trap concept is, a little football 101 for you, you can see once this ball gets snapped, 91 here is left free, right? 70 is going to climb up and pick up 0, 65 is going to pick up 6. He's left free, so how do you counter that? Well, you take the guard from the opposite side, you pull him across, he walls off 91 or traps him. That's the essence of it. You're just trying to throw off the defensive lineman. You know, that split second where nothing's coming at him, he's like, oh, I don't know what's happening, and you can take advantage of that. Set a nice block on him. You see there, the guard does a good job standing him up. So there's a little football 101 there for you. But moving on to the actual breakdown here, like I said, trap concept, you've got boom, 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 and then boom. There's going to be a little bit of daylight right here for Tuten that he is going to be able to slip through. He's going to do a really nice job there of getting skinny. Love the ball protection as well, completely wrapping it up, protecting that football with his life. You see there, nice attempt at an arm tackle from 99, but Tuten's going to run through that. Really good job there fighting through the contact. And then at the end, he's going to deliver a hit on 2, gets wrapped up, gets brought down, but not before he picks up the first down. This is a very physical run from a smaller back, someone who's a little bit more known for his speed. That was kind of the theme of this game, was showing off the physicality that he has at his disposal. You can see there, he is pissed at the end of this run that 2 was able to wrap him up, because he does deliver a nice hit there and tries to spin out of it. It's just a really good effort there by the safety to wrap up low, trip him up. And honestly, that's a little bit of foreshadowing for the rest of this video as well, because Tuten could have had 2 or 3 big touchdowns, if not for some shoestring tackles, which we'll see going forward. But regardless, to start us off here, short run, but a very effective one, new set of downs, shows off a little physicality. And it's a good way to get Tuten going early on in this game so he can continue to build on that momentum. Next play we're going to be taking a look at here is a really good pass blocking rep. It's going to stand out among the other plays that we're taking a look at because we've got 8 run plays where Tuten's actually getting the football. And then again, this one play where we're taking a look at him as a blocker. And I wanted to include this for 2 factors. Number one, it's just a damn good play. And like, honestly, I love watching running backs in pass pro. This is really entertaining. It's a good job. Wanted to give him his flowers for the effort. But also number 2, coming out of college, that was one of the areas of Tuten's game that I wasn't super impressed with. At Virginia Tech, he really was not that great of a blocker. And then seeing a rep like this against the player he's going to be going against is very inspiring. It's very, confidence inspiring, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know why I had to say it twice, but point being, you see a guy making a play like this after thinking he's not very good at doing something like this. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, he's putting in that work. He's getting better. He's growing. And that is one of the best things a young NFL player can do. So with all the rambling out of the way at the start here, we've got Tuten lined up in the backfield. Single back look here under center for Trevor Lawrence. A little play action, and Tuten's job is pretty straightforward. Just take care of this middle, right? You can see with the way the blocking is developed, you've got a double team here. You've got your other guard blocking outward here. This middle is wide open, so Tuten's got to do whatever he can to take care of it. And unfortunately for him, he's got Daiyan Henley barreling down. Daiyan Henley, very, very good linebacker, very good pass rushing linebacker. So what's Tuten going to do? He's going to lower his shoulders, pop him upright, and then stick with him. Henley does not have a chance in hell at this play. There is no world where he's getting to Trevor Lawrence. Now, Trevor is under some pressure from some of the other pass rushers on this play. When you've got guys like Khalil Mack, Tuli Tuipulotu, Jamari Caldwell, pressure is going to happen, right? It's an inevitable thing, especially on a long developing route like what Trevor's trying to throw here. But the thing I care about for this play, Tuten does a great job making sure his name is not one of the ones letting up pressure. So you see here, we stand him up, push him away. Trevor delivers this ball downfield, falls incomplete, but if you can't tell from the reaction of Tarheeb still there, this is going to be a DPI call. Jaguars get 31 yards on the play, and Trevor would not have had any sort of chance to make that throw if it wasn't for Tuten and a very good pass blocking effort there. Next play we're going to take a look at here is the next play from scrimmage for Jacksonville. You can see we've got Tuten lined up as the single back here in a little 12 personnel, just a 2 tight end set. This is going to end up being a stretch to the left or the right side for us, considering we're looking at this mirrored. So we'll go ahead and snap this ball. And the first thing that stands out to me is the ability to manipulate defenders here. He does a good job manipulating 45 and 6, and we'll see the first of those with 6 here. By playing this close to the line, right? You're seeing 6 step down a little bit, and he's going to step into this block from 76. Now, he, to his credit, does a good job trying to sidestep it, but unfortunately for him, it does open up the guard to come back and slam him into the dirt, takes him out of the play fully. And then the second one here is with Tuli Tuipulotu. By pressing the line here, by playing close, he gives Tuipulotu the impression that he can slip through the gap here and get Tuten in the backfield, right? That allows the lineman here, the tackle, to wall him off and open up this lane right here for Tuten. And that's a big old lane. By NFL standards, that's about as big of a lane as you're going to get. So that's, again, done by the manipulation of Tuten there, making 45 think he can penetrate, unable to penetrate, fails to set a clean edge there, and that allows him to get upfield. And then again, you start to see the glimpses of the speed. Unfortunately for Tuten, RJ Mickens there takes a great angle, and he's going to bring him down inside about the 5-yard line there. But still a great run. Really good job, again, like I said, manipulating the defenders, following his blockers. That's a big thing too, locating the lane. Granted, the lane is very big. You can also see here too, talking about pushing the line, he plays it really close to this receiver on the outside, which makes the jobs of these linemen a lot easier and hurts Dian Henley and should have hurt RJ Mickens if not for a really nice angle here. But either way, great run, 11-yard pickup. Certainly can't complain there if you're Jacksonville. Next play we're going to take a look at here, we're going to get Tuten in the end zone here, lined up once again as the lone back here with Trevor Lawrence under center. We've got more 12 personnel, this time with an eligible lineman as one of the 2 tight ends. And this is going to be a great job here by Tuten. Just love the way he reads the field and reads the defense on this play. So we'll go ahead, bring a man in motion, and then snap this football here. And we've got a toss that is very clearly meant to go to the left side or our right here, except it's crowded, right? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of your 11 defenders all on this side. Don't want to run there. We've only got 4 seconds to get in the end zone here, right? We do not want anything to do with all this. However, we have a puller and 1 defender to beat out here. So if we're confident that this tight end can take care of Dian Henley, looks like Khalil Mack's blocked up pretty good here. At this moment, it looks like you might have to worry about Derwin James stepping down, but given how far over he is and how quick Henley is, in his mind right now, you're looking at this and saying, I can beat him. I can break the plane. I can do what I need to do here. So he's going to plant that foot and cut back. And then you can see Derwin James and the linebacker both do a good job of getting right there, But it doesn't matter for Tuten. He gets the pads low. He runs through them both. Very big touchdown there. We watch it once again. You see he plants that outside foot right about here and shifts his momentum completely, makes that cut, gets in the end zone. Just a beautiful run there. And again, the divisiveness, the vision there, both very good. And then, of course, the physicality, as I've already mentioned, was a big factor in this game for him. And this play is certainly no exception. You do not get into that end zone without being able to run through not only a safety, but also a linebacker. Very impressed with that rep there from Tuten. Jumping into the second half, we're about halfway through the third quarter here. We've got Jacksonville in more 12 personnel with Tuten as the lone back in the backfield, Trevor Lawrence under center. Same stuff we've been seeing the last couple plays. And this is going to be a tremendous run from Tuten that, had it gone perfectly around him, we'd be talking about a lot more. This is a very, very good run. So we'll go ahead and take a look at here. Tuten's going to get the toss, and the second he has this football, you see a lane is wide open for him. A lane that a lot of running backs are going to take, right? You've got some good spacing there. You can easily pick up 4, maybe 5. But Tuten's thinking bigger picture. This is a 1-point ball game at this point. You've got 2 defenders sitting here that can easily step downhill and take you down pretty early if you're not able to fight through them. He doesn't want that. Tuten knows that he has a big play waiting to happen, so he knows he's going to have a cutback lane. You've got 80 over here picking up Khalil Mack, 86 picking up Dian Henley, 72 walling off Scott Matlock. Tuten knows if he just bides his time, he's got a lane right here on the left side of your screen that he can explode through with a whole lot of green in front of it. So that is exactly what he's going to do. I love the way he plays close to the hole, which pulls 6 here down inside and should, on paper, open him up for the combo block here from 76. And we'll talk about that more in a second, because that is kind of what makes it so this play does not end up in a touchdown. But Tuten does a great job. You see he plants that outside foot and explodes through the gap. The speed is great, but you can see gets tripped up. He's a little angry. I love the thought process and the mindset here at the end to be like, man, I could have had more. I know I could have had more. I'm disappointed I don't have more. You always want more as a running back, and I absolutely love that. But the reason he gets tripped up is because of number 6 here. He manages to make a Superman play and dives into Tuten's ankles to give him a little shoestring tackle there. And it is because 76, Ezra Cleveland, is not able to climb up to the second level quick enough. He's stuck on his block way too long and only gets a hand on 6, who I believe is Denzel Perryman. I know I just keep calling him his number, but I don't want to say the wrong name and sound stupid. I'm going to throw out my shot and say I'm pretty sure it's Denzel Perryman, but I'm not exactly great with numbers for guys that I'm not watching week in and week out, and I don't catch every Chargers game, unfortunately. But that being said, still a great run from Tuten. If he's able to break this for a touchdown, we're talking about this as one of the best runs of the week, one of the best plays of the week. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, it didn't matter because the Jaguars still win this one in a blowout, but you got to feel for the Rook getting an opportunity for his first huge play of his career, and unfortunately, he doesn't get it there, not by any of his own doing. Next play we're taking a look at here will be pretty brief. There's not a whole lot to break down on this one, but I had to include it because it's an important play. It's a very good play, and I really like the way Tuten approaches it. So we've got a 4th and 1 here. We're going to fake a jet sweep handoff and toss it to Tuten, and he does a great job of following his blockers, and at this moment, this is the crucial point of the play. You've got Dian Henley here with a free lane to Bhayshul Tuten. He's going to make him miss, run through him, whatever he's got to do. Probably not going to run through him one-on-one in this situation. So what instead does Tuten do? He presses 70 and ends up shifting his momentum as much as he can upfield. And that is going to help a lot because he's a lot more fluid and has better footwork than Dian Henley does. Obviously, as a running back, that just comes more naturally. So by doing this, he's going to catch Henley off guard. Anytime a linebacker is sideways, like his hips are sideways while his torso's upright, that's not a great spot for him. That's a really hard spot to recover from. And Henley is unable to recover, drops to one knee, and Tuten runs through the arm tackle, ends up getting brought down by Khalil Mack, but that's still a 4-yard pickup on 4th and 1. Just a great job there using his fluidness and footwork to his advantage, recognizing the advantage he had over the linebacker and exploiting it, point blank period. Like I said, not a lot to break down with this one. Just a very good play to pick up a first down. Moving into the second half for real this time, I promise. No shenanigans, no mix-ups. We are in the third quarter, and we're going to get a nice run from Bayshul Tuten off of a toss play. Very similar to the one where he had 15 yards and succumbed to a shoestring tackle. This is going to be a similar play, similar run that has not the same, but I guess a kind of similar outcome. You'll see what I mean. But we've got 12 personnel here. Tuten is the lone back in the backfield. And we'll go ahead and pitch this ball after Trevor Lawrence is going to bring a man in motion here. That shifts the linebackers. And right away after Tuten gets this ball, we start looking for the lanes, right? We've got one lane here that is unfortunately blocked off by Dian Henley. We've got a second lane here, which is unfortunately blocked off by Denzel Perryman. So our last beacon of hope here is going to be this tight end pulling across on Khalil Mack, setting his block and opening up a lane for Tuten to the right side, which is exactly what's going to happen. Now, in the process, I really like how Tuten plays this. He takes this pitch and plays close to the line. That's going to pull Denzel Perryman downhill, and he's going to end up getting blocked by the tight end and the right tackle here. You can see gets absolutely demolished, gets absolutely caught up in this block. He ends up popping his head up, and by the time he pops his head up, Tuten is all the way over here. He has no chance to make that play, so Tuten does a very nice job manipulating him there with his movements. You can see there as well, helping out the tight end a little bit. He pushes it very, very close to this tight end, so when this guy is trying to land the low block, Tuli Tuipulotu can't like dive across or reach out or whatever. He's not in range to make this tackle, and it is because of the way Tuten approached the line here. And then you can see he just fires through, tries to make a man miss, can't quite do it. That is Cam Hart that's going to bring him down by the shoulder pads, but it's still a very nice run. Picks up 12 there. Good stuff, good read, good vision, good manipulation of the linebackers, just across the board. Fantastic from Bhayshul Tuten here. Second to last play we're going to be taking a look at here, still in the third quarter with about 2 minutes left. Got Tuten lined up in the gun next to Trevor Lawrence. Got a 3rd and 2 here. We need those 2 yards. How are we going to pick him up? Well, it's going to be on Bhayshul Tuten's back. He's going to have a very, very nice run here. So we hand this ball off, and you can see there's a little bit of daylight right here and a little bit of daylight right here, but both of these are going to quickly close. By the time Tuten gets there, and we'll address the R.J. Mickens-sized elephant on the ground here in a second, but by the time Bhayshul Tuten gets to the lanes, they're both clogged. There's nowhere to go. On top of that, you've got R.J. Mickens diving at his ankles and making it so he can't cut. Right? Ideally, you'd want to be able to bounce this outside, but it's physically impossible, right? There is no world where any running back can cut this outside in this moment. So instead, realizing he just needs the 2 yards, not wanting to get cute, not wanting to do whatever, Tuten just lowers his shoulders, gets behind his pads, and clears himself a lane. This is a big boy run. You can see he slips in between his tackle and Bud Dupree here, and he says, move out of my way, I'm getting 7 yards. He ends up getting like an extra 3 or 4 there just off that alone. This is an awesome run. Like, yeah, not the flashiest thing in the world, whatever. I love the physicality. I love the intensity. I love the forcing his way through, keeping his legs churning throughout. This is the kind of stuff that you don't see from this type of running back. These little guys that are real fast, they can't get behind their pads like that. And honestly, coming into the league, I was a little bit worried about Bhayshul Tuten being able to do that, but it worked out for him in this game. He really got behind his pads and played well, and this isn't even the best example of that. The last play we're going to take a look at, little spoiler, was the best example of him getting behind his pads and just playing physical, but this is still a great example in and of itself. Great job by Tuten getting the first down there when the Jaguars needed him to. And the final play we're going to take a look at here, stop me if you've heard this one before, Bhayshul Tuten lined up as the lone back in the backfield, 12 personnel here with 2 tight ends, Trevor Lawrence under center, going to end up being a toss play. Jacksonville ran this a couple times, as I've already said. They ran it pretty well, and this is going to be another example of that. Now, this one is not going to go as far as the other 2 did. They picked up 15 and 12 on the 2 we already took a look at. This one, they're only going to get 5, but it is a hard-fought 5, and you'll see what I mean here in just a second. So we'll go ahead and toss this ball, and you can see this time we've got the linebacker, Denzel Perryman, shooting down through this lane, so Tuten can't go there. There's nothing down the middle, so we got to run this back to the outside here. We've got the tight end pulling across. He does a good job, and the Chargers, they've seen this a couple times now, so they're closing in on it. They start swarming to that outside lane. And what ends up happening, he's going to meet Elijah Molden, number 2 there in the hole, and Tuten's going to run him over. He says, get your ass off of me. He runs right through him, delivers that hard shoulder, runs into the second defender, and carries him for a yard or 2. Like, this is a hard, physical run. Like I said on the last one, it was great. It was physical. Not as physical as this. I mean, he makes Molden look like he doesn't know what day of the week it is. The way he starts floundering around there after taking that hit, that's a hard hit from a little back. I mean, he runs him over and then, like I said, engages with Ben St. Just there and does a really good job of not going down on that second contact. Really sticks with it, It takes Tarheeb still there coming in at the end to really make this play possible for the Chargers to take him down. Because honestly, I think if Tarheeb still doesn't come through, you're either blowing the whistle because you've got these two locked in, or honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Tuten was able to spin out of this and take off, right? That's a horrible arrow, but you get the point. Just a really, really nice run there. I know I'm kind of glazing a 5-yard run, but God, I love the hit there. I just love it. I love watching a running back run through a defender, punishing a little safety for thinking he can step up in the hole. Bhayshul Tuten's having none of that, and just a great way to finish off what I thought was a fantastic game from the young running back. But anyways, folks, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like down below, as it does help out the channel a ton. It shows your support, it shows you care, and I really do appreciate it. Also, make sure to let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this video and what you think about Tuten. Do you think he has a future as a starting NFL running back? Do you think this is a flash-in-the-pan performance that I'm overhyping? Whatever side of the spectrum you're on, or if you're somewhere in the middle, definitely let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from yous. And also make sure to subscribe for more NFL content coming your way throughout the rest of the regular season and beyond. I love getting back into the swing of making film breakdowns. I'm very excited about this one and another one I have planned later this week that you definitely won't want to miss. But above all else, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you enjoy it because you're all wonderful people and you truly do deserve it.
Had a chance on the throwback. This was an ill-advised throw. What an unbelievable catch by Cole Kmet. And he cups it too. No movement when he hits the ground, tucked up against his shoulder. Wow. Using that